you've come a really long way from being a junior and now a top ranked player in Malaysia. How far do you think you've come in your career?
I think it's easy to sometimes like you say forget how far I've come since from the junior days. I think it's easy to always get into the mindset of I'm not good enough, I still need to get better, but I do sometimes look back and feel that I've come a long way, and the journey has been tough, but it will only get tougher from now on, and but I've been happy with the progress over the last few years, especially my transition from junior, so I look forward to pushing on in the senior ranks now.
Of course, when we talk about coming a long way, there's a lot of expectations on you so far. How do you feel you've been able to step up to the expectations that we put on you?
I think that's been the same case ever since I was a junior, so I don't think that's a big difference from in that aspect, but especially now being the rank highest in Malaysia, it definitely comes with a little bit more pressure, and feel like I have to do well in every tournament. Sometimes I put a little bit too much pressure on myself, like British Open this year I didn't do well in the first round, so it's just about managing the expectations and the pressure with the motivation as well, knowing that people trust me in doing well, and then being motivated to train hard every day and trust the process and deliver the results.
Of course, squash is going to the grind daily, and there's a process. How do you motivate yourself to keep on pushing?
I think it's the same with everything, be it sports or work or studies. I think it's important to set a target. Like myself, I set a target for myself. Every day I think about it, and every time I step on the court, I have my target in my mind. So that whenever I'm tired, it's at the back of my mind. I want to achieve this target, and I've got to make sure I push in every session. Make sure every minute that I spend training is actually being used properly and not being wasted.
So speaking of targets, what are your short-term targets and what are your long-term targets now?
Short-term target definitely next week, especially doing well in Malaysian Open next week. Coming short the last 2 years, reaching the finals 2 years ago, and then reaching quarters last year. I feel like it's time that I do well in Malaysian Open, and also the long term, I think definitely reach the world #1 spot, be the first Malaysian to reach #1 spot, and then also to be a world champion one day.
How much does it mean to play in Malaysian Open next week?
I think it's a big thing again. It's the 3rd year in a row that we have it now. I think we as the players really appreciate, and we are really grateful that Shram has been able to put up a tournament again for us. And I think we as players should step up and deliver the goods this time around.
Are you ready for it?
Definitely, it'll be tough. We have a lot of good players nowadays. The depth's really strong, especially having a similar size tournament in Hong Kong 2 weeks ago, and there were 4 seeds that was knocked out before the quarterfinal stage. So I have to be prepared for it, and yeah.
Right, Yow, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Yeah. Come and support all of the Malaysian squash players next week at the Malaysian Open.